Okay. So I forgot to zoom out in the last one. Silly me. This guy's going to town on this thing. He is still not sleepy. Not a sleepy boy yet. Let's see if we can make this work. I think I'm gonna have to like change this situation here. It's like too dangly. It shakes too much in the videos, I think. I hope that's better. I hope that I zoomed out this time. And yeah, every time I move it like cut me some slack. Cut me some slack with that. I hope it's not causing any motion sickness. I had to bust out a soda for the rest of your read here, I think. I don't know. Yeah. Here we go. All right. I went back and looked at more of what you wrote before to get a bigger picture or a better understanding. All right. Yeah, like it seems like here's another point I'll say. I think with signs, I do believe in signs, you know, but look at this guy. He has like this weird kind of vibes with Pop. Like get it. Have some. You like Pop. You like it. What are you complaining about? Watch this. Yeah, you like Pop. You like Pop. Yeah, you do. Oh my goodness. Like, try some. Have some. Come on, try. Try some. Oh my goodness. Have some. Oh, you want some? No, you don't want any Pop? No? Okay. He only likes secondhand Pop. Oh my gosh, Boonus. All right. Yeah. All right. So we're on this one. We're back on this one. The Fool, Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. I think we're talking about like a little bit about exterior kind of influence and things like that. I'd say in today's society, it's like rare for men to kind of like understand their purpose, especially like with all of the influence that's coming at us all the time. Everyone's saying they know the truth and all that crap, right? I mean, it's the same with me. It's like, who can you trust, right? The Two of Cups reversed. Shh. No barking. No. What? No. Go lay down. Down. Mister. Come on. That's just some dog out there. Are we playing or what? I got things to do here. Mr. Man. Why don't you go chew your bone? Your bone is over there. I'll even hold it for you and get my hand all stinky for a little while. There you go. He's into it. He's into it. Yeah. Chew it up. Chew it up. What about this side? You were just into it. There's some bunnies that are living out there. Maybe we'll close the door. Maybe you'll like forget about it. He's going for it. So yeah, it's like who can you trust, right? Mom, Queen of Cups. There's not a lot of like actualized like male influence out there. I'll say that. Even like I don't have the full picture, you know? It's hard to get there. And it takes a lot of work to like overcome your insecurities as a male without like actively like walking through them. So I think I mentioned a few things about like stepping into an emperor status as a man is a long road, and the interesting part of that is that I think that women, what is missing from society currently in a lot of cases is that we're not fostering like a tandem kind of like growth experience with our partner, and you know, where instead of it being like a codependent one where we're relying on the other one to like provide something, it's almost like two people on their own growth path, their own individual growth path, and they come together and move together from that starting point instead of looking for some completion point within the other person. The only person that's gonna love you that way is mom. You know? A lot of the stuff that I'm saying you're not gonna, it makes me sound like a little egotistical in a sense, just because it's like, oh yeah, I got the secrets of the universe, but it's just like I haven't found it out there in the like common. There is some pockets, but it's like very like, it's not digestible in a sense. You have to like kind of tear your hair out to like get there, right? And I don't know, like doing this, just this like week has been like amazing for me. Like I know it's like we're trying to figure out this like riddle or whatever almost, and I shouldn't maybe like enjoy that people are going through like kind of like struggles and stuff so much, but I don't know, it feels like just being there and helping out is like, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, right? So like this is kind of what I'm talking about for men, is like, think about how limited of space there is for a man to actually like feel satisfied in his like, what am I doing here kind of thing on the planet, right? And I think this one's done. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that is influencing what men think is the right path in their minds, but it's like playing them for a fool almost. In that sense. But yeah, to get to here, for me, finding my purpose, like, it's taking so long. It's taking so long. And it's kind of embarrassing, you know, the path that I took and everything like that. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll come out at some point, the whole story or whatever, but I'm no wizard either, right? Well, I am a wizard, right? But, like, I didn't have proper instruction either, right? So you gotta make do in that sense, where it's like, I have people close to me that are facing an issue, we'll say, where it's like the dude doesn't really fully know himself, and it's just like missing small pieces. They get the other parts right, and then they just totally miss on other parts. So it's like, I don't know. I don't want to, like, I'm not here to, like, try and gain followers and subscribers and things like that. I'm just here to, like, I'm enjoying myself doing this, right? So I just want to share that. I just want to share, like, how, from the women's side, people that this resonates with, how to, like, help men, help them, assist them in that growth process, right? It's not hard. Like, again, let's throw and let's talk about it more. Let's talk about this point. Where's the point? Where's this point? The stress point. Because, like, if you think about it, maybe, I'm not trying to be mean, but, like, if you think about it, you going and doing that, going and doing that, and leaving the note that says you didn't want to do that, didn't want to add any, it's sweet, but it kind of does add a little pressure, because it's like, oh, now it's like, okay, you know, I gotta, like, respond, and I gotta, like, you know, and it's like, the interesting thing is, like, I don't know, you can't really, it's up to you to judge and gauge if the guy's, like, got potential, or if he's, like, just fucking around, you know, just, like, what is the actual character of the guy, right? And I don't mean fucking around like he's doing something with someone else. I just mean, like, he's not, like, dedicated to himself in a way, in like his own personal growth forward. So that's one thing. It's like, it's more about, like, what I said earlier about, like, your personal growth path. Death reversed. The Awakening reversed and Eight of Moons reversed. So this point has to end. This point right here within you, where it's like you're not like, this cycle has to end. The cycle of being blind to your reliance, emotional reliance, you know? Because like, he knows now you like him that much, right? And if he's worth it, he would reciprocate, right? If he's like on a path and he's like dedicated and all that, yeah, right? And it's like all earnest and everything, right? He would reciprocate in kind, right? But if he's not worthy, you can be taken advantage of if you don't have that kind of like emotional wisdom in place. If you're not holding a good judgment around that. Don't be blind to that within yourself. This is something that you need to live with. You need to live with this kind of like, I take care of me in that sense, right? Because like, especially at that age, men don't really understand themselves very well. And everybody is acting inappropriately all the time in a lot of cases, right? So temptation is a hell of a thing, I'll say that, where without all of these like, what would you call it, they're like I don't know, like stop gates is the word that keeps coming to my mind, like barriers against those types of like behaviors in society. They've been taken down systematically over time, especially with the advent of like social media mostly, right? Like it steeply drops off a cliff there where the behavior has been like modified. Like a crazy person, but I've done the research. I sound even more crazy. 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands. The World's reverse battle. Huh. Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Cups coming off of this. The Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. I see. I don't exactly see up there, but this is talking about like it's been a long time. Yeah, not remembering. Nobody understands anymore. The Queen of Pentacles. So nobody understands that anymore. It's been a long time since we've thought about that or considered that fully, about like the nature of provision, really. Because a woman provides too. It's just we don't put dollar value on that in society, is what I'm saying, right? It's we've lost that. We've lost even thinking about it a little bit, right? We're lost in that aspect. Where we're guided by that, the Eight of Wands. Right. That Mother Earth provides for free, right? I think if you align your actions and actually start that engine, you'll already be full in a sense with yourself. Because this is the path of growth for a woman too. It's like every woman to become an empress needs to understand that. That's the challenge. Is that a lot of the things that you do is not like gifts or anything like that. It is in a sense, because you are gifting things, but I don't mean like things that you can buy a man, right? That's what I'm saying. Do you know what it is? It's peace. That is what it is that's what you gain, and that's what you can give, is peace. Because that's really what the point is like, at the end of the day, I think what's really the game, that temptation game I was talking about, is men trying to figure that out. Figure out what's going to bring them the most inner peace in terms of where they stand within their own ego. And this is different for every man, right? Some men, to put the ego to rest, in a sense, have to be promiscuous and sleep with many women all the time, and like that's how their ego is satisfied, right? And we can get into this in the long course. If you're a fan now or becoming one, I'm just gonna keep making videos, and it'll all like be shown in the videos, so you can tune in, right? In the long course. I'm in this for the long haul, so it's going up either way. But how men get to that point where their ego needs to be like satiated on that level, that's what we're going to be discussing too. Three of Rings. We're also going to be discussing Three of Rings in terms of like the opposite viewpoint to that, where a man takes self-leadership and accountability for himself and those that he's taken stewardship under his wing, essentially. Responsibility in that sense. So yeah, without more information about the actual guy, or like the character of the guy perhaps, and from what you said, it hasn't been that long. The thing about it, I'm not trying to like encourage any kind of like poor behavior or anything like that. I'm just saying that if you're broken up or that it's not a relationship, yeah, you can't let it stop you. Don't base that. Don't base. Ten of Cups, Eight of Swords, Wheel, reversed with the Eight of Swords. It's like that same Ten of Cups we were talking about. Don't allow like a failure or something like that to hold you back from your Ten of Cups. This requires letting go. The Eight of Swords. So, Two of Wands, King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles reversed. I think you need to give him time. Give him time to like go his own way for a while, in essence. Or at least like allow that option to be to you to be okay with that. Maybe you need to go your own way as well. Or that's what it's saying. It's like I'm not advocating for anything or telling you to do anything. I'm just saying that you got to make your own decision about it. And it's like you can never find your rock if you're like afraid to let go. The Two of Wands. So you have to go in and dive in and say, why am I fighting so hard, in essence, to gain the dude back in any way, right? Like, also, like, this is the problem with relationships, especially ones that are like not very long. Like, honestly, my relationship was half it was a long time, right? What the longest one, right? But I'm not advocating for any bad behavior or anything like that at all. All I'm saying is that learn to spot more, like learn to spot the potential of them like becoming solid male, not like That's one point, right? And if it's so, then it's so. But like, you can't allow whatever the heck is going on inside of a dude's head to, like, especially if it's not a thing, right? Currently. You have to focus on yourself and like what's going to, like, I don't want to say like all the cheesy stuff like bring you success or make you happy or anything like that, because it's not about that. It's about like being practical about what's going to land you in the best position possible for your life ahead. Don't my advice is don't do stupid things. don't play around too much. Have fun, but like don't you need to be sensible with your decisions. Because life passes you by quickly. The Ten of Swords in this case. The Ten of Swords in this case. I typically don't see the Ten of Swords as like that nefarious kind of like Rider-Waite image with the Ten of Swords and the guy in the back, the death thing or whatever, that kind of like interpretation. But in this one, I do. It's like you meet your maker. Look, you look your maker in the eye there sooner than you think, right? So don't play around with like poor decisions and stuff like that in life. Make sure that the guy has potential, first of all. Like, that's the thing, right? It's an interesting dynamic out there because, like, men are complaining that women aren't like how they used to be or something like that, like that. But neither are the men. Neither are the men, because like men back in the day would work hard, right? Hard to support and keep the family alive in a lot of cases. I get it, like that. In a lot of cases, it's like men were even in a shittier position in terms of like understanding themselves or their place in the world or whatever, right? It was just about like enforcing it, or just, in a lot of cases. But yeah, it gets messy when you generalize and stuff like that. But anyways, we're at a stage where we all have to raise the bar on each other. We have to grow together, right? And just keep pushing the bar higher. Or it's like, okay, you know, we're all taking responsibility in a lot of cases for all the stuff that happens and stuff like that, right? So the thing is that like if you do that kind of stuff where it's like you're pushing all the energy to get him back and everything like that, it just speaks to me in essence where it's like you're giving Ten of Swords came out again. Was I shuffling? Ten of Swords reversed. Same card, right? Mistake. A mistake. What I'll say is that, like, take some time. Take some time to reflect. Look back. Get clear on all the stuff that happened there and, like, learn from everything that happened. Remember what happened, why it ended in the first place. Come to terms with all of that. Make the responsible move in that sense, in terms of, like, what you guys have to discuss it. Whatever it is, right? Because, like, it's nice to get gifts and all that stuff, but again, the game with men is that he needs to be clear in his mind. He needs the Four of Swords. He needs that certainty. It needs to be okay in that sense, right? So trying to make him feel better through, like, doing, like, I don't know, like giving him gifts and stuff like that. The death again. It's scary. You know, in a sense, because, like, it feels like you're trying to bribe in that sense, right? I think the point with men in terms of, like, getting over conflict or, like, that kind of thing is it needs to make logical sense, not emotional sense. Like, it doesn't need to feel good. It just needs to, like, make logical sense again or something like that, right? Like, why, like, you know, all of the bits and bobbles and stuff have to connect and everything. It has to come to, that's what brings the end to that. Where it's like, once it's like the mind is, like, settled, peaceful with the Four Swords, right? from that other one just there. That's the main thing I think focusing on going forward is, like, you have to reflect back on, like, why it all happened and make sure that he knows that you know that, and then, like, because that'll give him more, like, restitude, peace. It'll give him more peace in the mind about, like, you understand the problem from before and it won't happen again, right? Okay, so whatever it is, I don't know what the problem was. Maybe it's on his side too, so it's like, you gotta know, like, why am I chasing after a dude? Maybe he did something horrific. I don't know what the situation is, but this is also telling me to put it to rest, so that's the card from the other deck. How did that, oh my goodness. That's crazy. That was the only card from this other male deck here. In here, that's crazy. I consider this one the male one and this one the female, or the feminine aspects, right? I was wondering what card was flying around in there from this one, because I seen it, I just haven't been paying attention to take it out or anything. Look at you, lucky you. That's how you put an end to this like kind of topsy-turvy thing here going on. If you have more questions, we can keep going. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. I don't know. I don't know if this has helped or not, or if it's made things more confusing or whatever, but I hope it's touched on some things that are useful. I don't even remember what I said, so I'm just gonna... I'll probably watch it over and... I don't know. I hope you liked it. We're done now. We're done. He's up, but yeah, I hope you like the reading. The reading. That was more of like philosophy hour than a reading, but yeah, I hope so.